Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sunday, and I hope you're well, and if you're not, I hope you're well soon. So, today, I wanted to talk about anger and the underlying aspects of anger. Stuff I've been learning recently. So, I've been taking a shadow work course, by Julia Rose Knows on YouTube. If you want to look her up, she's amazing. And I love her so much. But yeah, I've been taking her shadow work course. And one of the weeks is specifically focused on anger and frustration. And as I've been taking this, it's become easier and easier to see where my anger stems from, where others' anger stems from. So, so let's just talk about it. So, she highlights how anger, it manifests because of boundaries being crossed or needs not being met, and that there's always underlying emotions when it comes to anger. So imagine someone isn't listening to you, so you get angry. It's because you're not able to speak, you're not able to, you're being oppressed, so you're having to suppress what you actually want to express. Then what comes from that is the anger. It manifests. But the anger itself isn't just anger, it's coming from another emotion. And I found that so fascinating. Because I'm like, if we just, every time we were angry, if we just like understood that it stems from another emotion, it would be so much easier to diffuse the anger, or at least just feel it for a bit, diffuse it, understand it, and then direct our attention to the actual emotion that is, you know, going on. So, like, imagine that you are friends with someone and they betray you. You're extremely angry about that, but the underlying emotion would be the betrayal, the heartbreak, the hurt, the wow, I'm so upset that this person I thought I could trust actually was someone I couldn't trust. So it's like, I just found it so cool. I was like, wow, this is, I mean, like, you can think about it and it makes sense, but it's like now I've been looking at people and I see when they get angry and like they're all enraged and they're telling me about something that happened or I'm doing that and I'm like, "Oh, like it isn't just that they're angry, like the anger comes from somewhere, from a specific purpose, from a specific, like a specific emotion, specific experience, a specific reason." So, for you, like the more that you can even look at your own emotions, your own anger and be like, "Okay, this is why I'm angry. I'm actually angry because this thing happened, and the reason it is angering me is because this thing made me feel sad. This thing made me feel frustrated because this isn't happening when I feel it should." So it's like there's underlying emotions. Anger is like that surface emotion, surface reaction emotion, and then there are emotions below that that are the source emotions. I found this so fascinating. I'm just like, because now every time I'm angry, I'm like, wow, I can actually think about why I'm angry. And then when I realize the underlying emotion, I can feel that emotion. And then the anger dissipates because I've dealt with that emotion. And in dealing with that emotion, you also get to understand why you were even angry in the first place, why you were even feeling that way in the first place. Because sometimes things will happen and we'll just kind of brush it off. And then we get super angry and we're like, why am I so angry? Why am I so tense? So then you have to look back and be like, okay, what actually happened there? What actually happened to make me this angry? Um, how were my boundaries crossed? How were my needs not met? And what emotions resulted from that? And how do I reconcile those emotions? How do I deal with those emotions in a healthy manner so that the anger can dissipate, um, and be dealt with healthily, and to the point where you can actually deal with what you need to deal with and not blow up at people and not feel tense all the time because of the anger that you're holding in. I'm just like, wow, I keep thinking about this. I'm like, wow. Because now I like see people arguing. And I'm like, wow, they're really angry at each other. But then you think about it, it's like, well, something must have happened there. Whether it was between those two people or one of them had something bad happen and that's why they're angry and they're taking it out on someone else. It's like you start to see that the anger, that's like when people say like don't take it personally when people are angry unless you were the one crossing someone's boundary or whatever or not, then it makes sense. But it's like if it's like a stranger, right, and they're just rude to you and they're just angry, you start to realize that like they're not angry because of you. It's not a slight on you. It's literally just they're angry about something else and it's coming out and manifesting as anger towards you or people around you, or it's manifesting as that tense energy within them. It's the tension that they haven't dealt with from other emotions of something that happened or didn't happen, whatever. But I'm just like, every time now I can see that. And it's so interesting. It like changes everything when you start to see anger from that perspective. It's fascinating. So every time that you get angry, right? Or you see someone else get angry, you can like take a second and be like, okay, so they're angry, and maybe you don't even know why. And it doesn't even matter sometimes. Like if you really don't know why, you let them deal with that. That's their problem, you know? But if it's like someone close to you and you're like, oh, like why? I wonder why they're angry. Maybe you can ask them and be like, hey, did something happen to make you this upset, this angry? And then you talk to them about it and maybe they reveal that like, yeah, something bad did happen. Like maybe they like, oh yeah, at work today my boss was like rude to me and now I'm upset about it, you know? And then you get to realize, okay, so you're upset because that person was rude to you. Then you understand, like they can understand, you can understand why the anger's there. It's like by becoming more aware of your emotions, not only do you help yourself, but you can also help other people. Some people may not like that and get angry because you're telling them or asking them about why they're angry, but it's like if you can and it's the right circumstance and it's with good intentions, it's like you can help people see the core cause, the source of their anger, the source of that tension. And it helps people become more emotionally intelligent because the reality is a lot of people just don't know these things, and when they do, that's what helps people regulate themselves more is by knowing these things. So that's just what I wanted to share because I found it cool and it helped me shift my perspective about why people are angry. And that, you know, just because I'm around someone that's angry doesn't mean that it's my fault they're angry or doesn't mean I need to take out on that anger. And if it does have to do with me, it's like you can start to figure that out. But oftentimes it doesn't have to do with you specifically. It's literally just something that occurred and happened in someone's life, and it's coming out in the way that it's coming out. So that's what I want to talk about. And yeah, I hope you're well. And if you're not, I hope you're well soon. And have a great day. See you in the next video. Peace.